All right, sorry, I wanted to get my thing in order for that. You're listening to the Power 92.3 WKVR. This is Please Cancel Me. I'm JDox. I say the same thing all the time, so it's become real good muscle memory, real dug up right into my brain. This is the show where I come on a nice Saturday afternoon and just talk about and play and do whatever I'm doing, and that's been all right so far. I'm still on the air. I have not gotten canceled or fired or kicked out of here yet, but I would like to see them get past the really, really well set up, really sturdy, solid barricade I went and put right up in the station right here. So probably have 2 hours before they saw through it. And in that 2 hours, I'm going to be playing, whatever I managed to have brought up on YouTube just now for no reason, and that is Sky Toucher by Real Experts. All right, that was Sky Toucher by Real Experts. This is the Power 92.3 WKVR. I'm JDox, and all day so far, aside from recovering from last night, I have been working out the credits of all the classes I've taken to establish what my major is here at Juniata, or POE, as they call it, stands for Program of Emphasis. And what I learned was not only do you need to incorporate, if you want to list any of your classes for your major, you have to include all of the prerequisites, but that there is also there is a cap on as many credits as you can put, and that is 63 for your major. So presumably, I'm going to have a huge pool of credits and classes and experience and education that I got that is simply just not going to be included in the description of my college education, and it's making it really difficult for me to coordinate stuff. I feel like it's just not descriptive of how I've learned and advanced since I've been here at Juniata, and it's been a real big dang struggle. But I might as well just get 2 degrees right now with all of the credits I have. It's pretty whack. You're listening to the Power 92.3 WKVR, where I put too many obligations and responsibilities on myself because I like doing things. I like having projects, and I don't really know how to manage my time right, and I don't have a good expectation of how long anything will take. So immediately after this, I'm going to go to another club meeting that I've done no work for and am contributing nothing to, a small group of 3 or 4 people, depending on the day, who's trying to undertake a large work-intensive project that nobody is dedicating any work to. And that's called Game Dev Club. Anyway. Well, I mean, I'm not, because other people are. Other people are putting a lot of good work into that, and they're learning things and being cool, and I'm not, and I'm a kind of like scum friend for doing that. And I know that, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's where I'm at, and I can't or won't or just haven't been dedicating a lot of time and energy to the thing that I'm telling you about that you don't care about. But so I don't know what I'm going to do today here up on this show. I didn't plan anything. I never do. But I think I'm just going to play some Sidewalks and Skeletons, which is really cool. Witch House music, which is an interesting sort of techno electronica, rather, subgenre that's pretty spooky. Got a little bit of like trap and hip hop in it, I think. And it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to run through their album Volume 1. This is Sidewalks and Skeletons, starting with Don't Kill the Birds. Yeah, I just tend to say things sometimes that I don't actually mean. All right, what you just heard. Wait, is this on? Am I going? Is my voice coming through? I'm not hearing myself. Anyway, what you just heard was Run from the Sun, and this is Lost in the Night. You're listening to the Power 92.3 WKVR. I'm JDox. The show is Please Cancel Me, my Saturday afternoon roll in and do whatever show, and we are going to be listening to a whole bunch of Sidewalks and Skeletons, a fun, funky, spooky witch house artist, or group of artists. I don't know how many, but yeah, this is Lost in the Night. All right, that was Fear of Possession by Sidewalks and Skeletons, and we're just going around listening to a lot of this ooky spooky electronica today. This is All Witch House off their album Volume 1. You're listening to the Power 92.3 WKVR. I'm JDox, and the show going on right now is Please Cancel Me. Sorry I haven't been particularly present. I've just been working on a lot of stuff today. I got a lot to get done, and I figured just like let this album run. It's like some cool instrumental stuff. You know, it's a shame I didn't do this earlier, you know, like before Halloween. We came in late Halloween night, and we're just hanging out in the radio station, and I played some of this on, and I hope that sort of set a spooky mood for some people. But being that now it's like first week into November, it's not very spooky anymore. It's getting more festive in other directions. But I still like listening to it because I'm a spooky man all the time. I am always thinking about the skeleton deep down inside of my guts. Just you always have a skeleton in you, full of brains and gross crap. Anyway, so I'm just rambling on here, and I'm having a fun time. I got T in the other room being obnoxious, laughing at stuff. I don't think they heard you. Oh, I gotta find this letter around here somewhere, but we did get a letter. Oh, crap. We did get a letter in from a Kunkel. From a Mr. Kunkel, and I'm gonna find that. So keep listening. This is We All Disappear. This is still Sidewalks and Skeletons. Sorry if this is really not some appropriate type music for a Saturday afternoon, but I mean, you know, spooky all the time. All right, that was Room of Ghosts, Sidewalks and Skeletons. I think it's about enough of my spooky techno for one day. Although we might come back to that a little later. Might go on to literally anything else a little later. You're listening to Please Cancel Me, hosted by JDox on the Power 92.3 WKVR. I just come in here on a nice bright Saturday morning where I don't want to actually go outside and breathe in fresh air. Instead, I want to hang out in this hot, cramped studio, pounding coffee and, you know, getting stung by wasps. That's my goal. That's my whole thing. So we did get a cool little letter in from a nice man at, wait, I don't know if, right. Sorry, yeah, that's great radio to listen to. But all right, this one is from Raymond Kunkel. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you want me to read your name on there. I don't know, but I always do. But he is up at SCI Smithfield, and he wanted to do a shout out to his boys, Dylan, Wild Rabbit, and Tom. And I don't know if Wild Rabbit is the same Wild that has written into this show previously. But all right, we got a couple nice tunes here from Raymond Kunkel. And also, I wanted to know, Raymond, if you had a younger relative by the name of Douglas, because I went to high school with a dude named Doug Kunkel. But here's Sail, AWOL Nation. All right, that was Sail by AWOL Nation. You're listening to the Power 92.3 WKVR. I'm JDox, and we are playing some songs for Raymond Kunkel, going out to all of his boys at SCI Smithfield, Dylan, Wild Rabbit, and Tom, and any other boys not listed. So, it's time for a day to remember. Like a great day like today, you had me at hello. Raymond Kunkel. Whoa, there we go. Sorry, I was away from the console. I jacked my brain out of the cyberspace, and I had to go Skype people. And now I'm back, and I'm flustered again. This is Please Cancel Me, where I do this all the time. It very much is very part of my my MO, my aesthetic, my joie de vivre, the raison d'être. All kinds of good stuff. So, what we just heard was A Day to Remember. You had me at hello. And you have to remember those days. Otherwise, you might let the days go by. This is Glycerin. This is for Raymond Kunkel, and this is out to his boys at SCI Smithfield. Dylan, Wild Rabbit, and Tom, and any other associate boys. This is Glycerin. All right, that was Glycerin by Bush, and that one was for Ray Kunkel as a shout-out to his other SCI Smithfield boys, Dylan, Wild Rabbit, and Tom, and any other boys in Smithfield not listed. So we heard some Glycerin by Bush, You Had Me at Hello by A Day to Remember, and Sail by AWOL Nation, which Sail by AWOL Nation was really interesting. Hold up, let me bring this thing up. Because that intro to it, and let us I want to do a little music comparison right now. Because the sound of Sail AWOL Nation, like the opening to it, is like reminiscent of like a video game thing. I don't want to like make this comparison. So this is Sail by AWOL Nation. This riff that goes like okay, that's Sail, but then I wanted to compare that because it sounded like eerily familiar to the theme song from this indie video game, Papers, Please, where you play as the border paperwork dude, the customs agent on like a weird, like old 1970s like Soviet bloc communist state full of like crazy restrictions, full of your documents and the sort of weird visas you needed to even exist because they were like xenophobic to people, I think. But like it just sounds like this is the theme song. So that is the theme song to Papers, Please, which is supposed to be a spooky, authoritarian, Iron Curtain sort of state with some that plinky, like I don't know if that's. But then compare that to Sail, which is like. I don't know. Are you hearing that? Am I crazy? I know. I thought it was a funny comparison. Oh, but that was all. Getting way off track, but that was all a bunch of shout outs for Raymond Kunkel to his boys at Smithfield, Dylan Wild Rabbit and Tom and other boys. If you want to shout out, if you want to send a shout out, if you want to shout back at Raymond, if you want to start a shouting war, you can send any of those letters with song requests, recommendations, comments, concerns, insults to me. You can send that to Juniata College Box 726 at 1700 Moore Street, Moore Moore Street, Huntingdon, Pennsylvania 16652. I will always open and read and talk about and do whatever with letters on here because I'm desperate for attention. And yeah, sorry, I didn't have a thing. Oh, right. You want to address that to DJ JDox, or please cancel me, or just WKVR if you talk about like that you want it to be on this show. In the letter itself, just contextualize it so I will know to bring it here. Alternatively, if you just have any other song request, something that you want to hear, or if you would like something like added to our standard rotation, which we are working on, like updating our database and stuff, then you can send in letters to, the same address, but to the What's in Our Mailbox show at Juniata College, and that airs every Thursday at 9. I missed it just this past day because I was out, but I have a whole bunch of letters built up. If you are listening, if you did send stuff in, I do have like a pile of them, and we're going to be listening to all kinds of good music that normally hits some modern, like contemporary metal music, like Day to Remember, Something the Horizon, Atreyu, all kinds of good stuff. It gets pretty heavy, gets pretty loud and angry up in here. Thursday nights at 9 while I will be on here. And yeah, and that's been all good. But this is Please Cancel Me. I'm JDox, and I'm going to go back to playing some of my goofy nonsense. We were listening to some Sidewalks and Skeletons earlier, but I think that was a little bit too spooky for early November, as Halloween is just starting to die down. So we're going to keep it. I like keeping it instrumental. I like keeping it pretty techno stuff. So we are going to dig right on down deep into some Umagma, the album Frequency, starting with Orion. Oh, sorry, that came on too fast. Anyway, yes, this is Umagma Frequency. The song is Orion, right? Yeah. Said instrumental, but this is Umagma, and it's I don't know, it's very chill, very nice. It's like a soundscape, like a spooky glowing forest in outer space. I like that. It's like looking back, I probably ought to have just been playing something more chill like this, like Umagma since we started this show. Instead, I got playing some spooky, scary techno full of witches and warlocks and skeletons and bears. This is pretty loud, actually. Anyway, this is Winter Tale by Magma. Oh, it was just my thing that was turned up loud. WKVR. I'm JDox, and you are listening to Please Cancel Me, the show where it's a Saturday morning and I just roll in and I do whatever you want. We are currently listening to the Lights That Change remix of Llama by Umagma off of the Frequency album. We've been playing a whole lot of that while we just hang out in here. It's some chill, funky, like space singing lady. And right after that, we are going to move into some Micro Excellence Micro Excellence, yes, and their song Electronic Bliss. Or maybe I'm going to do something else because I like the chill vibe, and I think we try to keep that somewhere. Actually, I'm going to switch on to maybe some math, and we'll get Dream Poppy. Sorry, and Tristan, no, I said it. No, DJ, I can't even remember. Banjo Man, yeah. He used to be on the show back in the day, and I don't know, we were doing all kinds of stuff. I gotta find it. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. But we managed to get him up on Skype, and we're seeing if this works. We're seeing if this is a sustainable thing. Anyway, I'm gonna fade out. I'm gonna fade out that Amagma, and I'm gonna go into math. Let's see how this works. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, this is Act 1 off of the Math EP, and now I'm going to look into Audacity real quick and see how well this is working. So Tristan, talk. Keep going. No, it's not recording your audio. No, not on Audacity. There's something, it's like this thing Audacity, it knows like what's going out of my sound card. So it like, the people can hear us, absolutely. But the YouTube recording can't. And we're going to figure this out, everybody. So, I mean, well, stay tuned while I stutter my way to a real career in broadcasting. But, I don't know. Yeah, Audacity, like, it knows what's going out of the sound card, and it doesn't want to cause, like, interference. So, like, because if it came out of, like, my computer speakers and then back into the microphone, it would, like, make feedback loop and stuff. But I don't want it to do that because it's hooked up into the radio station computer. You know, I might just get Skype here on the station computer, and then I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. But so, yeah, this is Tech Talk. We're going to describe the entire setup here. There's a whole lot of equipment that I just do not know what it is. I do not know how it works. And if it breaks, I think we're just dead in the water on that because I don't know if anyone knows about this set up in like the 90s or something, which is almost 20 years ago. So what are we talking about? Yes, and it worked, kind of, for the most part. So what? Tell me again about that thing that was. This dude's in France right now. He is abroad, and we are Skyping in through space. It travels through time because he is 6 hours in a different dimension that we are transmitting. He's like 75 years old. This is the speed of light, time traveled, interstellar, hyper aged version of DJ Banjo Man that we were talking to before he dies. So, tell us about French food.